Hello, beautiful people. Michelle here from Soulshine Yoga and Reiki. I hope that this finds you well. I'm here to share the Mudra of the week for Mudra Monday, and I've been picking a card each week, and I've been using that card to influence my classes or create themes and what body parts we want to work or emphasize. This is backwards, but the deck I'm pulling from is Mudras for Awakening the 5 Elements. And I'll put the information in the comments on who did that. I've been really enjoying this deck and how it's contributed to kind of steering the direction of classes in a way that I might not normally have done. And so that's been a lot of fun. This week's mudra is Shunya Mudra. This is one I hadn't prior than this worked with, so it's been kind of fun to experiment and play with. I hope that you have been enjoying the mudras. If you're interested in using them more and joining me for a practice where we'll be cultivating these mudras and the element of space in our practice, and you mentioned Shunya Mudra this week, you can join a class for free, a class on Zoom that I've got going, a few of them. And so if you'd like to join, Shunya Mudra. This assists in transformation, clarity, and spaciousness. Releases tension in the shoulders, throat, face, and jaw. Assists with auditory issues, creates spaciousness in the thoughts and mind, opens inner awareness and senses. The element, as I mentioned, is space. When you look at your hands, there's different cultural things where they will be different. But for the yoga and Ayurvedic practices that I cultivate in my life, the elements of the fingers are, your thumb is fire, pointer is air, your middle finger is space or ether, ring is earth, and pinky is water. So the directions: bend the middle finger or your space finger inward to touch the base of your thumbs, bringing thumbs on top to secure. Extend the other fingers outward. Mudra translates to gesture or to seal. And the affirmation we'll be using throughout the practices this week with this mudra will be, my inner voice guides me to perfect equanimity. And I have to confess, I had to look up equanimity because it's a word we use, but I wasn't sure the definition exactly. And to my best of recollection, it was calm mind or clear mind. So I thought that was interesting. My inner voice guides me to perfect equanimity. There was other definitions as well, but that was. So I invite you to join me for a short practice using this mudra. I'll guide us through the practice and then have 10 or around 10 breaths to kind of settle in, experience it, and then I'll bring us back. If you want to just stay there and enjoy it, feel free to do that. So as you settle in with your mudra, palms down on your lap, evenly rooted through your sit bones, inhaling length through the spine and softness through the shoulders and the face. Bringing your awareness to your breath and settling in. Bring your awareness to your sense of listening. Become aware of all the sounds and space around you. Notice the subtle voice of inner guidance and allow it to speak to you. Be open to listening without any judgment or criticism. Allow your inner voice to expand and inform. See the spaciousness in your thoughts and mind begin to grow. Feel space in all your senses now. A couple more breaths right here. Mindfully, hands making their way to what we often call prayer mudra in front of our heart, a gentle bow of our gaze in gratitude for our inner voice, in gratitude for our listening to our inner voice, which isn't always easy. Thank you so much for joining me in this short mudra practice. It's always my sincere pleasure. Namaste. If you find mudras can be difficult, I just want to offer up that the more you do them, the easier it gets. There's so many benefits to mudras as far as the elemental factor from reflexology in the fingers, and energetic effects and all kinds of things. And so the last benefit I'd like to leave you with today as far as mudras with incorporating them into your classes is it's another point of focus when you're, depending what kind of practice you have, often we get to a point where, we get, the yoga begins when we want to get out of the pose. And we go to our breath to sustain our body as we challenge. And mudras can offer one more focal point when we get to that point where we want to get out of the pose and help us persevere, persist, hold. We never want to hold and hurt ourselves, but certainly we do want to challenge and get out of our own comfort zones. So I can't emphasize enough how much I love mudras. I hope you enjoy them too. If during this you had a conversation with your inner voice and you'd like to share in the comments, I would love to hear. And I think after I get this posted, I'll do the same. And be well. May this serve you well. And may we listen well. beautiful day. Bye for now.